lovies, it's your girl JK, and welcome to another episode of the Many Wigs Podcast, where if it's popping, I got a wig for that topic. We are still on location in Los Angeles, and we are at the Pink Teacup, LA, visiting with Chef Lawrence. Hey, handsome.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I like that. You know what? Handsome is a good word, but they always say, hey, beautiful, because I feel like I'm beautiful.
Hey,
you know?
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I love that shit even more.
Love it.
Yeah,
That's
if I
good.
curse, please forgive me.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I've been going to church a lot, so I'm trying not to curse, you know what I mean? Just trying not to.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so tell us about this beautiful place here.
You know what? This is Pink Teacup LA, and I wanted something for, women to feel when they walk in. I want them to feel like, they're in paradise, I want them to feel like love and luscious and just like gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
and just love and luscious and gorgeous. And I want them to understand that I created a venue specifically for beauty, because beauty takes over the world. My food is beauty. I feel like my food needs to match up with the venue.
Mm-hmm.
So for years, I always have been doing like dope shit, you know what I mean? But this time I wanted to do something that was really special, so people could feel like a wedding every time they walk in,
Yes, and it's giving wedding.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Indeed.
So you started in New York?
Yeah,
Okay.
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. Were you born there?
I was born in Alabama.
Okay.
No, I was born in Florida, but my mother's from Alabama. So, I was an Air Force baby. But since I was a kid, I got rushed right to New York, you know what I mean? So pretty much raised in New York since I was like 1 year old.
Okay. And then from New York, you went to?
I went to Miami.
Miami.
But I waited a long time.
Okay.
I did the last 7 years of my life in Miami. And I did that way before the pandemic. And I don't like cold weather. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is like, motherfucker got rich. I'm going to Miami. I'm a chill. You know what I mean? So for me, I just wanted to wake up every day and run on the beach, relax, you know what I mean? And just understand what Miami is about. But Miami didn't have that brunch. Miami never had brunch. I brought brunch to Miami.
Okay.
I brought twerking to Miami around the world. Nobody's never twerked that brunch until I did it on my TV show. So for me, it was something new. So when people seeing that I was created this twerking brunch, kind of like went viral and people started doing it around the world. So I caught a lot of bad heat from that. But the thing is that in Miami, I wanted a Michelin star, but I couldn't get it because I realized that Miami is all about thongs. It's all about beach. So people will walk in brunch with thongs and heels on. So I was like, what the fuck? So I was kind of confused. So I had to switch up my game real quick in order to accommodate that.
So then from Miami, you came here to Los Angeles?
Oh, yeah. I've been here 60 days now.
So you're new to Los Angeles.
I'm very new.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So how has it been so far?
Different.
Different how?
LA is beautiful. I've always loved LA. Like, for me, I feel like California is where I belong. I wanted to make all my mistakes in New York and Miami before I came to California. You know what I mean? So it's like you make those mistakes, you know exactly what to do when you get to LA. So, I'm sharp like my knives right now. Yeah. Culinary industry need me here.
Love it. Well,
They need me here.
Well, we are happy to have you here.
No, you don't know yet until you taste my food.
Okay, speaking of food, what's on the menu?
I got oxtails with pulled collard greens. Collard greens with pulled oxtails. Been sipping on this shit. Collard greens with pulled oxtails. I got cornbread crab cakes. I got frog legs and white wine butter sauce. I got 5 cheese mac, which is one of my staples. Got a couple of vegan options on the menu, which is dope. Shrimp and grits, vegan style. So I'm elevating my menu in LA to another level because this time I want a Michelin star. I want it this time. So I'm not doing all the bullshit that I did in Miami. So when I came to LA, I said, okay, let me bring my A game. Let me come here, let me focus. I don't want to go out too much. I don't want to hang out too much. I want to work out and just focus on my food. You know what I mean? So when you walk through that door, you're not going to say, let me try this shit because he talks a lot of shit. No. When you eat it, you're going to be like, damn, this motherfucker's not playing. And that's what I'm bringing to LA with Southern food, with a beautiful environment. And I love Roscoe's, don't get me wrong. I love Roscoe's. Roscoe's is dope, and they've always been an institution. But now I want to pop that shit because we're in Hollywood right now. Beautiful black people in Hollywood, beautiful people in Hollywood. And I wanted something intimate where they can go and enjoy a meal and be sexy at the same time.
Nice.
Cheers to
Nice.
that.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Cheers. I hope y'all ain't mad at me. Can I speak to the camera? Is it
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay.
And why would they be mad at you?
Because I like a lot of women,
Okay.
but I changed my life. I changed my lifestyle around for the best. You know, I was always into a lot of bullshit, dating a lot, trying to find a wife, trying to understand life. You know, you work in the kitchen 18 hours a day, and all you see is food. You make so much money, but you can't spend your money because you're working all the time. You know what I mean? And I'm 3 years from my ex, so now it's like, for me, it's like, you know, let me get a new fresh start in LA. Let me shed my skin like a snake, come to LA. Already made it. I don't need nobody for shit here. I need y'all to hear this shit. I don't need none of y'all for shit. And I'm not talking about the patrons and the customers, the clients. I'm talking about, I didn't come here to ask for shit. I come here to give you my quality, to give you what I learned for the last 20 years in the kitchen. Something that's very, very passionate, something that's deep, something that you understand how chicken is broken down. You understand how a fucking pepper's broken down, how chicken is broken down to the next level. To understand that you can walk into a Southern restaurant like you feel like you in Beauty and Essex and Tao and get the same quality, but yet better than that shit. And that's why I'm here, to deliver that. Because that's who I am. The baddest motherfucking Southern chef that ever touched down.
And we are glad that you are here.
No, you ain't glad yet until you taste my food. You ain't glad until you taste my food.
So we'll have the opportunity to taste your food
Yes.
on the 15th,
On the
when
15th.
you open up.
Yes. Invitation only.
Invitation only.
And I'm passionate about my food.
Okay.
You see, because chefs don't get a lot of respect, right? Oh, I know the chef. Oh, I cook for LeBron. Oh, I cook for this guy. I cook for that guy. I tell people, and I tell chefs that you can cook for celebrities. You can cook for your mama. Until you cooking for the fucking masses, you ain't fucking challenged the kitchen yet. Okay? You can cook for 20 people. You can cook for a fucking entourage. But until you motherfucking cook for the masses, you haven't touched the fucking kitchen yet. You understand? And that's what makes a great chef. Okay? Some different shit. Because I get tired of telling, oh, I know a chef. My boy cooked for such and such. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't tell me you cook for Diddy, nigga. Don't tell me that shit. Tell me tell me that you cook for the fucking masses. That you know how to season food for fucking 400 or 500 fucking covers a night. That's fucking cooking, not the shit that you do. So if you want to learn from a dope black fucking chef that has 16 fucking restaurants, pull the fuck up. Let's go.
Y'all heard him.
Yeah,
Pull
let's
up.
go.
Let's go. We gonna drink to that. So.
I talk my shit.
But
Yo,
you
Ye,
can
what
back it
up?
up.
Ye, pull up all the time. What up?
As long as you can back it up, that's all that
I
matters.
back my shit up.
Absolutely. So what made you do invitation only for your
Because I didn't want anybody walking off the street. I got tired of people walking in and saying, oh, let's go to the Pink Teacup. You ain't doing that shit no more. Now you have to act. So I got tired of people pulling up to my restaurant, walking in without reservations. So I need to make sure that you understand that if you're going to pay your money, you need reservations. You need to understand that, because I got tired of walking in the kitchen like LP, chef, I got 16 girls outside. I got 10 girls outside. They just pulled up. You don't have no reservations. So now you will get turned down. And it's very important. I don't give a fuck if I got 3 people in here, because it ain't about the money for me. It's about the Michelin star for me. So reservations shows that the right people in the room. I only have 60 seats here. 60 seats. So for me in LA, I know how dope LA is. I know how people love to eat. I know how important people want their reservations. So I can't allow people to walk in off the street and take seats from people who really deserve it. People who understand the quality of food. People who really want that experience from a Southern chef that worked his way to the top. And this is why I decided to do reservations only.
Okay. Okay, so you
If I'm
mentioned.
too hard, forgive me.
No, you're not too hard at all.
Because they say New York motherfuckers are too hard. And it ain't
not
got
at
nothing to do. It's just that when you raised, and I'm raised in Brooklyn, but when you raised in fucking New York and you got like, like 13 or 15 restaurants on the same block, you got to work hard. You got to work hard. And when you growing up in that shit, it's like either you're going to eat or you're going to die.
Right.
So when you grow up in that and you understand how the New York culture works, and it's nothing personal, and I tell people all the time, and it's nothing personal, I tell people all the time, is that when you grow up in that, you got to work hard. You got to go hard. You got to go fucking hard because the guys across the street watching you.
So you feel like you have to go so hard because there's people watching you and you have to.
I got to take out the next guy.
Okay.
I don't fucking believe in competition. I believe in destroying you. I'm going to fucking buy you. You mean you can't compete with me because I'm going to fucking buy you because you never going to fucking compete with me because that's who I am. You see what I'm saying? I put time in kitchen. I put the time in. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mexicans jumped the fucking border, came to LA. I've been working with them from a fucking child in the kitchen. I worked with all the top fucking chefs. Danny Myers, you know what I mean? Blue Water Grill Group. Like I put that fucking work in. So for me, I understand what it's like to really work in the kitchen. I understand what it's like to put all your life in the kitchen and just like sacrifice for the people you love. Like I lost my girl behind this shit.
Really?
You understand what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Hustling Soul. Gotta watch this fucking show. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I was focused more on the hustle than my love. I was focused more on like the food and the customer, clients, and catering to everybody's needs. And I forgot what it's like to be with my family. So like I lost my family.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. You want to take a minute? Should we give him a minute?
All right, fuck it. Let's get back on this shit. Let's go.
That's all right. You good. You good.
And that's the sacrifice that chefs go through with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We work so hard and prepare everything so perfect at the table. We don't forget the love behind the scenes.
So they felt like it seems like it was like a lot of neglect there when it came to your family. Like tissue?
I'm okay.
Tissue. Yeah, you're good.
I need a minute.
That's okay. That's all right.
All right, I'm ready.
And she's going to get you some tissue real quick. Don't rush through it. That's real. That's real. That shows the sacrifice that you made and what you
It's
what
fucked
you
up
lost
though, you know what I
along the
mean?
way.
Like you make the money, you fucking make everything, your life is good. You travel around the world, but you look back,
Yeah.
it's my kids, man.
Yeah. And sometimes you just have to just take a minute.
Thank you. Fuck. Said I wasn't gonna do this shit on camera. God damn.
That's all right.
Oh, god damn. Yeah, you know what I mean?
alright.
But it's the it's the passionate that drives you to that. You know what I mean? Like I always said, I never thought that I would like lose what was important to me over food. That's why I get so passionate with it. Like, yeah, I did a lot of TV shows. I did well. Became very wealthy, but you don't have the fucking people around you. Enjoy that money and that life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck. It's like when you real and shit, it fucks with you. You know what I mean? Like you have everything in life, and then it's like, you're a dope ass chef. People around the world love you from Africa to London, but then it's like you look around, it's like you ain't got who you started with. You know what I mean? So you got to live your life all over again. You got to come out here and grind all over again. And like for me, it's like it ain't about the money. They say you get the money, you be happy. Money don't make you fucking happy.
No, it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's your loved ones around you that makes you happy.
Fuck.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to do this
Don't
shit.
apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this shit.
Don't apologize
I'm
at
back
all.
at it.
Don't apologize at all. Because that's real. Because that shows, like you said, the sacrifice that you made. And it can be tough.
Yeah.
It can be very tough. And then you look up and then, you feel like you're successful. You feel like you have made it to the top. And then you look around and then those who you feel
It's all new people.
should be,
It's all
those who
new
you feel that
faces.
should be around you are not there.
It's all new faces, and you listen to you listen to Jay-Z. We're all from Brooklyn. You listen to like a Fab and a lot of dope guys that came up in the industry, but you never think that you would be in that seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, and you pray. I believe in God a lot. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like damn God, why you picked me to go through this? Why did you pick me to be the strongest of everybody else, and I got to carry this weight on my shoulder?
Because you can handle it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like at the same time, you just want to be regular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what happens when you are the chosen one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of responsibility, a lot of weight riding on you, but you got to remember, God's He's not going to give you more than you can handle.
Yeah. To whom much is given, much is succeeded. Much is expected.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And you are right where you should be right now
But I'm good
in
now.
life. Yeah.
I got rid of all that. You know what I mean? I'm better now. You know what I mean? So it's like I took 3 years to get my life back in order and shit and try to move on. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my children. I spend vacations with them. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like just trying to find that balance that people need in life. Because we go through things, I tell people that life is not easy.
Right.
Life is a job itself. Trying to live day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. So trying to find out how to do that is life. It doesn't take a week. It takes time to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? And at the same time, when you get older, you die, right? So you have to figure out, how am I gonna live? You know what I mean? And still be happy every day I wake up. So for me, it's cooking. For me, it's cooking. It's meeting people. It's changing people's lives. And this is why I came to LA.
Yeah. And it sounds like you've
That's why I came
learned
to LA. Yeah.
along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have done what you've needed to do to make those changes and make sure that you don't make those same mistakes again. So
Indeed.
kudos to you. Much respect
thank
to you. Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
Definitely. So your kids.
Yes.
Yes. You have 2 boys?
Yeah.
How old?
7-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Nice.
My 12-year-old is an A student. 98.3 average in school, smartest kid in school. He was just accepted to a special program, so which means he goes to Brooklyn Tech or or the top colleges, you know what I mean? So he has to do the 4 years. So I was very impressed because I'm like, damn, I really worked hard with you. And now you're like, all the teachers is like, damn, your son Radcliffe is like dope, smartest kid and just brilliant. But loves basketball, size 13, 6 foot, damn near. You know what I mean? And he was a beast since he was small, and then he loves that's his thing. He loves he made it to a traveling team, and that's his thing. He's like, Dad, I don't want to walk in your footsteps. I want to do me. And all his coaches is like, I know who you are, but your son is a problem.
And how did that make you feel when he said he didn't want to walk in your footsteps?
It made me feel good because it's like he worked extra hard. You know what I mean? Since he was a child, and I'll go to his games and I watch him. I'm like, damn, how are you stealing these balls like this? How are you scoring like this? And he's like, your dad, I love Kobe Bryant. I love LeBron. I watch their books. I read everything. And he's like, I want to be that next one. And he says, I'm going to do it for you. I said, don't do it for me. Do it for you. Do it for you. He's like, nah, I just want to he's really in tune with it, And it makes me feel proud that he's you know, like I don't want you to talk to nobody. I want to show what I got on the court. So for me, it's like, damn. He's like, wait till I turn 17, Dad. You'll see. And I watch him every time. He wins games nonstop. So everybody in New York is always calling me like, yo, 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 yo. So it's crazy because like my phone's blowing up for my son and he's only fucking 12. You know what I mean? The principals and everybody calling me like, yo, your son is a problem. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. So I feel good about that, you know, and I'm not even tall like that.
Now, what did it mean when they say he's a problem?
He's the next one.
Ah.
They're saying your son is the next one that everybody's watching at an early age.
Okay.
By the time he's 16, he'll be watched by a lot of people, you know. So I'm just proud that he loves to do what he loves to do.
Yeah.
And that's his love, you know. My love was the kitchen. His love is basketball, you know.
And what about your other son? What's his love?
Rebel. Rebel is from my child mother, Anna, who was on the TV show Hustling. So Rebel is cool. Y'all got to meet Rebel, you know. Rebel's Mr. Fly Guy. Hair down to his goddamn knees and shit.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? Thinks he's Mr. Fly Guy. You know what I mean? But Rebel's he's into like, you know, the world and seeing different countries. And, you know, he challenges my other son like, oh, you don't know who's the president of this country. You don't know who's the president of that country. Oh, I want to try Thai food. I want to try this. I want to try European food. I'm not going to eat that if it's not European food. Like he's 7 years old, but he's like so in tune with everything, you know? And I think he gets that from his mom a lot, you know?
Okay. So has he showed any interest in sports?
No, he doesn't want to do sports.
No, he
He's like,
doesn't.
it's boring. He's like, I don't want to do it. He said, I'm smarter than that. I'm like, oh, you're smarter than that, huh?
Okay. Okay, Rebel.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So you were on Hustle and Soul.
I was on Hustle and Soul.
Yes.
3 seasons on WeTV.
And how was that?
Highest rated show on Thursday nights. And Hustle and Soul was a TV show that millions of people around the world wanted to watch it every week because they actually got to see who I was and what it takes to make it and how I had all these women around me and how they just loved me and how they wanted to grind for me. And I wasn't no motherfucking pimp. You understand what I'm saying? I was just a real dude, but it's like, and I think that's what I understood, like the meaning of black woman, like, and a woman in general, but I understood what a woman was. You know what I mean? Until I started doing Hustling. So I knew I was that guy, but I didn't know I was that guy until I started filming. Because that's when everything came alive.
So what did you learn during the filming?
I learned that a good woman will stick behind you. You know what I mean? They will be your backbone. They will fucking fight for you.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And I was like, damn, I was caught between a hard place because I'm like, I don't, you know, my child's mother is everything to me. That was my family. But then you have these, you know, other women fighting like, we're gonna ride with you to make sure he makes it. So, you know, I'm looking like, how the fuck is this possible? Like, I'm gonna look terrible in the world. And I don't think that the world understood me. They just thought I was this fucking guy that just like was using and abusing women, but that wasn't it. I didn't take advantage of women. Like, these women were taken care of and they wanted to work with me. They wanted to help me. They wanted to say, okay, let's get behind him. It's not my fucking fault that they like me. Wasn't my fault. Yeah, it might have been my fault because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I mean, you take a successful guy and put everybody around him, it's like, that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
I ain't the goddamn president. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to deal with that kind of power, you know what I mean? So for me, it was like, you know, how do you deal with all these women trying to help you grow to the next level to get a Michelin star, you know?
Yeah. So who is Chef Lawrence? Because you said that the world didn't know who you were. So who is Chef?
Chef Lawrence is for me. Chef Lawrence is not the guy you see on TV. I got a heart. I'm a man. I have feelings. I will win for my team. I will go hard for my team. But I don't think that the world got to know me yet. They only got to know a part of my life. This next chapter, they're going to get to know who I am. Because I am the kind of guy that likes to change the world. I want to be able to go to Africa, go to different countries, and drop down millions of dollars and change fucking communities. And I'm not just saying that. You know what I mean? I want 5 out of 500 to make it. Because I know if the other 500 won't make it, but at least 5 of them are going to make it. You understand? That's who I am because somebody helped me. So I want to be able to help somebody else. And my job is that, put here in life, if you can't help others, you ain't shit. That's my job. And I understand that very well. And and no matter how many times I get burnt from people who I trusted, it's okay. Because they were supposed to burn me. But my job is to make sure I find the people who really deserve it and not give up on them. Not turn back to the devil because I'm a God's man. You know what I mean? And take that and give it back to the right people who deserve it. Because I made it and I know how hard it is. I know what the fucking struggle is like because I struggle with my mom. My mom used to struggle. You know what I mean? With 4 kids by herself. So I know what that's like as a child watching her struggle feeding us fucking bologna sandwiches and mayo for dinner and a big bowl of fucking cereal. And as a kid watching that, you're like, damn, I guess this is what the fuck poor feels like. So I understood that. So as I got older, I said, I don't like this shit. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So you was determined to.
I was determined to make it. Yeah, I made my first million at 18 years old, 19. You know what I mean? So for me, it was different. So I knew that I have a mindset and a drive to get what I needed. And I met so many people that helped me and gave me stories to get to where I had to go. 7 Genes. I mean, the shit never stopped. There was so many great stories and so many people on their way up to do what they did that I ran into in the middle of making. So I knew that I couldn't go to prison. Like my younger brother's coming out of prison in a month. He did 15 years. So I knew I couldn't go to prison. So I only had cooking and television and filming. That was the only thing I had. So I had to take that shit and turn it to a meal.
So who inspires you?
The ghetto. The fucking hood.
Okay.
The hood inspired me. The hood inspired me, not knowing that, Red Lobster and going to Red Lobster and shit, eating fucking beef patties and fucking chopped cheese, steak chopped cheese and all that shit. Like, that shit inspired me because I knew it was bigger than that. Because, growing up in Brooklyn and then going to like Long Island and Roslyn, Long Island, where the Jewish people was raised, I seen a difference. That's why I learned how to fucking lox and fucking bagels and shit on a Sunday and not to order during the week. Like I learned a lot from Jewish community who taught me. I was raised by a Jewish man. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that shit. And he brought me in and he took care of me. He says, look, I'm going to teach you the ways of life. And my mom didn't like it because she's like, what the fuck are you keep going over there to Roslyn for with those Jewish people? And I said, I got a guy that's working for me. He likes me. I make money. He's cool. He wants me to make it. And he taught me the hustle game. You know what I mean? And a lot of people like, a lot of my friends are like, yo, you weird, nigga. Like you weird. Like you fucking with those people with things on your head. And, I was I was doing a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in mansions when I was a fucking kid in Old Westbury. So you take this guy who from the hood and, he meets this Jewish guy and he bringing him back to Long Island and these mansions and shit. And then you walking around in fucking 22 rooms and when you're only fucking 13 to 14 years old and you chopping fucking wood. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then it's like, I met his sons and me and his son became best friends. I pumped his gas. That's how I met him. But he's like,
that's how you met the
That's how I met the guy. Yeah, I was pumping his gas and he was like, yeah, I like your hustle, man. I was like, yeah, I need a tip. You didn't tip me. Last week, you didn't tip me. You need to tip me. And he laughed at me. He's like, I like you. He said, I'm sorry, I was on the phone. But then, we became real cool. My mom met him and shit, and my mom met, the whole entire family. And he's like, I like your son. He's different. He wanted me to go to medical school to be a surgeon. You know what I mean? So, for me, a heart surgeon, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to hit entertainment and cooking. I love that. So that's how my life ended up being very different. Now, I never told this story to no fucking body. Nobody knows this fucking story. This
exclusive love. We are here.
Nobody knows that a Jewish person raised me. Nobody fucking know that. Nobody know it. Jesse Itzler know.
So was it this Jewish guy that made you want to get into cooking and becoming a chef?
He just said, Lawrence, you must always keep a cash register ringing. So he taught me never depend on people, but depend on yourself. And he says, I don't care where you go or what you do or what you go through. You make sure you make money every fucking time you wake up. Every day you wake up when you sleep, you make sure. Now you can do your career, you can do your movies, you can do your acting, but I need you to understand what the principle of living is. And he taught me that, you know what I mean? He was like a father to me because I never had a father, so he became my father. You know what I mean? And, you know, it took me to like synagogues, you know what I mean? So I learned a lot, you know? So as I got older, I told him I'm gonna hit the world and feel things out. And he said, your home is here. Whenever you need something, you come back home, you know?
So you mentioned that you never had a father.
No.
So you don't, have you ever met your father?
No, I never met my father, yeah. I mean, I talked to him. He told me I was a pussy. Yeah, he said, you a pussy, you ain't even my son. Yeah, he lied, because we all fucking look alike. Me and my brothers and shit. He crazy.
Why would he say something
Because he
like
mad
that?
at me because I didn't need him.
Okay, personal problems.
Yeah, he never said, you never came to see me. You know, my mom was like 9 months pregnant, and he beat her so bad that she bled for 9 months with me. So, yeah.
Wow.
It's a crazy story.
Yeah, you don't need him around anyway.
Yeah. But that's why I got here to LA, to show people that if I made it, you can make it. What I went through was hard, but I took different steps to get to where I had to go. So I want to be an inspiration to people as well. You know what I mean? And I know that Los Angeles, like, you know, it's a lot of gangbang here. It's a lot of youth here. It's a lot of people getting into problems and issues. And I feel like I can help change that shit. I feel like if I go in the fucking hood, I can talk to every fucking body and make it work. I feel like I'm fucking Jesus with this.
Have you ever thought about being like a mentor or a life
did.
coach or anything? Okay.
I did. I want to do it, but I just don't know where to go, who to talk to. Yeah, nobody's never approached me and said, show up, let's do it. Yeah, but I'll turn this gangbang shit around because I know how to snatch young men's mind and put them on the right track. You know
So
what I mean?
what would you say to a young person that's out there, like, that needs help getting on the right track?
I would tell them that ego starts with everything. The gangster shit starts with ego. Ego start with respect. If your ego get big, you're going to demand that respect because it feels good because you never had nothing to get respect. So your respect come from the gun, pulling the trigger. You know, they brainwash you to go to fucking prison because you'll be protected in prison if you put your fucking work in on the street. So I'm going to teach them what work is. Same amount of money you made on the street, you can make twice as that with me. Your work is the girl you meet, your wife, your vacation. I'm going to teach you what fucking life is beautiful. That ain't fucking life. So you just have to show them. You can't tell them. And once you show them that lifestyle and grab them and teach them and put them with you, it's what they're going to want. It's what they're going to gravitate to. But you got to show them. You can't just tell them. You got to bring them into that program. You got to bring them there. You got to spend that time. You got to spend that so they understand what that is and surround them with those people. Because now he has two different minds and he's being challenged from the good and the bad. You see what I'm saying? But if the good outweighs the bad, you can win.
Right.
Don't tell him all this bullshit and he got to go back to the fucking hood with nothing in his pocket.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And face fucking reality. Snatch his ass out of that and be like, and put him somewhere. Like I got put somewhere. So I saw what life was like when I was growing up young. My brother did 15 years. He didn't see that shit. But I saw a different side. He was like, yo, you fucking with them white people, you crazy.
So when your brother did 15 years, how did that affect you?
It hurt me. Because he didn't understand my goal, where I was going. But now he loves it because we did a TV show about it on Hustle and Soul, so everybody writes some fan mail. So he said that I never knew that I would be worth life and living until you did that TV show and I got fan mail. Love After Lockup came from me, by the fucking way, WeTV.
Really?
Yeah, that was for my brother because they saw how viral that shit went when I took the cameras in prison. And then WeTV, Mark Jers, I love you to death, but Love After Lockup came from motherfucking Chef Lawrence. And that's how it came. Put that shit on a motherfucking record. Yeah.
So how did that start? So you just...
Yeah.
So you say you took a camera...
I took a camera to prison.
Into the prison.
Me and my brother over the table talking about how separate our lives went in different paths. And the shit went viral. I guess they put it out, that cut. And the whole world saw how serious it was. But same mother, same father, two brothers go different directions. And it's Love After Lockup. They seen the love that we had. Because I cried at the fucking table. Because I didn't want to see him locked up for that many years like that. It's my little brother. He was following me around when I was growing up. He came to my movie sets and TV sets and everything that I did and went back to the street. Because he couldn't process the shit. So for him, it was like fast money. My brother said, I've been in the streets a long time, but I never counted the fucking money I counted until you gave me to take money to take home. So when the world seen that, it sparked love after lockup. It was different. You know what I mean? People seeing that, we as black men have love with each other. And we have the same mother that we talk to every week on the phone.
Nice. So you said your brother is getting out
He's getting out in a month.
In a month. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the plan when he
He's
comes
going home to my mother's house. He want mac and cheese. He want fried chicken and shit. He's like, I'm coming home. He got 10 girls that want to marry him and shit because he's fresh out of home.
So are you going to cook for him when he
No,
comes
I'm going
home?
to be here. I got to cook for the masses again. So I'm going to be here.
Okay.
Chef Lawrence has got to do what he has to do, you know what I mean, for LA. I want to cook for every fucking body out here again to give them what it's like, So, you got to understand that for me, this interview is just not about cooking. Like, I bring life to shit, right? Like, for me, cooking is life. Like, when you sit down at my table and you come into the restaurant, we're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about cooking. We're going to talk about gaining success. We're going to talk about everything. So for me, that's what Pink Teacup is about. And it's always been that way for years. And I think that's why I gained this popularity. I gained this huge following. Black Girls Rock, Beverly Barnes, you better bring your motherfucking ass here. Started together in the West Village. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's another level of shit. So, like, I gain that. And we've had these conversations about relationships and black men and black women and how do we survive and how do we build our... I've been doing this shit for a long time, talking about how do we move forward together. This shit got out of... It's spiral now.
Yeah.
Things are different now. Everything's independent now. You got rich black woman independent with no dick.
Right.
No, real
You don't need
shit.
a man. Yeah.
They got dildo.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be your fuck boy you can fuck on and bring to your house with your rich ass. I want love. I want to feel you.
That's what's lacking.
I want to feel you. I just don't want to pull up at your fucking mansion because you're rich now. No, I'm not competing with you. You're my woman.
Yeah, it should be no competition.
I don't want men to compete with black women. No, that's your fucking woman. It should be together. And I think that's what we fucking lost.
Absolutely.
That's what's missing. And I think food brings all that together. Like different programs and, different nights at the Pink Teacup and different food things and talk about love and how to bring it back because motherfuckers getting old. Niggas getting gray hair. You feel me? Motherfuckers getting old. How long y'all gonna keep arguing and shit and saying who the fuck is right or wrong?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
But
it comes a fucking time when you gotta let's do this shit.
Yeah.
Cause when you're in a fucking hospital getting feed through a tube, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Nobody gonna come see you.
Yeah.
3 days. I'm sorry, I'm running off.
You was 3 days in the hospital?
No, not me, but that's what motherfuckers do.
Oh.
They don't give a fuck about you when you're sick.
Oh.
They love you and send you some cards and chocolate and shit for a couple of days and that's it.
Yeah. And then they forget about you.
So tell me something good. Give me something hard.
You something hard?
I want something fucking hard.
What type of women do you like?
I don't have a type.
You don't have a type.
I don't have a type. I like anybody with a good heart that's understands me and I can understand them and we can have a good life. You know what I mean? And I look for that and it's hard to find that. You know what I mean? For me, it's very difficult to find someone in your life that can understand you and roll with you and not change the perception of who you are. Because for me, I don't make a lot of fucking mistakes. I've made those already. The biggest mistake that I made is not giving back time to my family for building. Like, I've always wanted to give my family everything they wanted, and I did that, but I lost it at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So it's a balance with this shit. Like, you guys got everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, now it's like, fuck.
But the thing is, like, as far as women go, like, you were saying you have everything. Like, we may have everything, but if we don't have you, if we don't have the man, then we feel like we don't have everything.
But do you want the man to control him, though?
No, not to control him. Not at all. Just to be available. Just to be there.
What does that mean?
Meaning...
that means walk away from 300 covers on a Saturday night because it's your birthday and I got to leave? And then leave it in the hands of my sous chef who's not fucking ready yet, who might just fuck up. You know what I mean? And the next thing you know, my business is closed because I sacrificed. And now we broke as fuck.
But see,
I think about a lot of things like that.
Women, there's a certain type of woman.
Where?
That has to, no, I'm saying that has to be when it comes to entrepreneurs and hustlers. It's only certain type of women that can be with a man like that. Like, she has to understand that there are sacrifices that have to be made. You said, where are the sacrifices?
Where are those women at?
People have actually asked me, like this one lady, she walks up to me one day and she goes, "What tribe?" And I said, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "What tribe are you from?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Blackfoot, Shoshone."
You from LA?
No,
No, where you from?
I was born in Chicago, but I was raised in California. I've been in California like almost 50 years now. But my father's family is from Louisiana.
Oh, nice.
San Diego, Los Angeles, and then my mom's family
Great
is
balance.
from Chicago.
Great balance, man.
Mm-hmm. Have family down in Louisiana.
Well, introduce one of them to me, because I can't find it. I've been looking for it. I haven't been looking for it because I gave up. I gave up on women, and I didn't say I gave up on them, but I just don't give a fuck no more. Like, for me, I feel like I just don't want to get disappointed no more, because they put us in a box, like men in a box, like. And it's sad, because if you meet a woman on a date and you go out, the questions come, and it's like, oh, here we go again. She's gonna put me in this fucking box, and it's sad. It's fucking sad, because it's like I don't come here for this. You know what I mean? I don't even look for it. I just want to be natural, and be normal. But it's like they go through so much shit that they confuse, and they can't even fucking pinpoint the good ones no more.
Yeah, and a lot of women say, "Oh, well, their good men don't exist anymore." I'm
Bullshit.
like, yeah, they do. They
Bullshit.
absolutely do.
Yeah, they exist.
But then at the same time, it's like you have to look at what type of women are you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, I need a woman I need a high caliber woman. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want a motherfucking high caliber woman. She has to make a certain amount of fucking money. She has to understand what life is like. She has to understand my fucking children. You follow what I'm saying? She has to understand what I'm going after. And even if she don't fucking have that, it's okay. She can have one fucking penny.
Right.
But she gotta have love, and she gotta have the motivation for me and us behind it.
And
And,
see, that's
and
what I
none
mean.
of that dumb shit.
And that's what I mean when I say it takes a certain type of woman, because she has to understand what your goals are and what you're working toward, and she has to be able to support you in that. And, because nobody, want to hear, "Oh, well, when you coming home and you've been out all day."
But I feel like they want their own. I feel like women say that shit, and then they be like, because that happened with my ex, she's like, "I want my own shit." I was like, all right, I spent $400,000 on the restaurant in Atlanta, or $500,000. Like, they want their own shit. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She should want her own stuff.
Yeah, but then, things don't be working out after that. You know what I mean? It gets really weird and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, then you get the fucking, okay, I gave you what you wanted. Why you fault me now? That greed comes in. And they say men have greed. Women, you guys are very powerful.
Yes.
Women are very powerful, and they like what they fucking like, and they like a lot of different levels, and I'm okay with that. But I feel like some women just don't fucking understand, man. They don't understand, like, that next level of shit. Like, for me, I think that social media has fucked their heads up so bad that they want to live like everybody on social media. They see things there, and they want to have their life like that. It's like, that shit's not real. And I think it fucked people's heads up. You know what I mean? It actually fucked your head up, because it's like, that shit's not real.
Right.
And a lot of women are living that life. Let's see how beautiful your hair is.
Yes,
Everybody wants to look like this every day. That's just not normal.
It's not normal.
Like, it takes a lot of work.
It does. It does.
It takes a lot of work. You know what I mean? And it just gets fucking blurred. It's like a lot of blurred lines with this shit. So I just stay to myself and single.
So what's a red flag for you in a relationship?
Talking shit. Talking that dumb shit and not understanding who's in front of you. I always think that, when I deal with a woman, she has to understand me, not from who I am, but understand me from birth. Because she takes her time, do her homework, and know his mindset, she'll understand. Like if you meet Jeffrey motherfucking Dahmer and you marry his ass, it's like, you know, like he was a killer since he was a youth. So and I tell everybody like, look, you have to date your girlfriends and you have to date the guy you're dealing with in order to know who they are. And that takes time.
Right.
But, you know, you can't date him and then date 5 other fucking guys. Oh, bitch, I got this motherfucking nigga. He pulling up at the motherfucking such and such, and he about to drop bottles. And, oh, and I got this nigga who's, like, all that shit. Yo, I don't like fucking with those kind of girls. And it's a red flag for me because it's like, that's what you about? We can't go to motherfucking a hot dog and get a 99-cent fucking Pinks and hot dog and just sit in the fucking car and talk and listen to motherfucking Al Green.
Where you go.
You know what I mean? And then we get to that level next, like, okay, it's time to turn up. Let's get the motherfucking sushi out. You know what I mean? Let's get the caviar out. You know what I mean? So for me, I think it's levels and it takes time. But nobody wants to take time no more to meet each other. They just want to go right to the fucking finishing line. How do you ever going to work?
Yeah, I say that people, it's not like relationships are not, to me personally, they're not genuine these days. Like I'm not a,
You're in a relationship?
A serial dater. I'm not a serial dater.
You sure?
Me? No, I'm not a serial.
Motherfucker?
No, I don't mean like
I got stabbed by a chick
I'm
once.
not gonna barbecue your rabbit. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you could barbecue the fucking rabbit. I don't mind you going to the kitchen.
You're cooking. No, when I say a serial dater, I mean like people who are dating like so many different people. That's what I call a serial dater. I'm the relationship type.
Me too.
And for me,
Me
personally,
too.
To me, relationships are black and white. There's no gray area. It's, you know, either we're in a relationship, because you have to understand, like with relationships is you take the good, the bad, the ugly, you take it all and you work through that, right? If you want to be with that person, you work through that. Now, if you can't, that's okay. If you get to the point where it's just not going to work and you decide to part ways, that's okay. But for me, it's either we're in a relationship and we're going to do what we need to do to make it right, or we're not in a relationship. There's no gray area for me. Because for me, that's kind of like saying, well, I'm kind of pregnant. It ain't no such thing. You're either pregnant or you're not pregnant.
I'm kind of pregnant.
Kind of pregnant.
I'm kind of pregnant.
Right, you're either in a relationship or you're not.
Yeah, I'm a relationship. Me, I'm that type of chef who likes to go to work, cook, satisfy all my clients, make sure they're happy, make sure they had a great meal. I want to go home and fuck my girl.
Exactly, because when you go home, you should be satisfied.
Yeah.
When you go home, because your woman should be your peace, because you're out there battling the world.
But I want to fuck her without a condom.
Then have at it.
I want to do it, but you can't do it no more. Can't, because you know, I'm from the old school. I like to feel my shit raw. But now you fuck around and fuck up. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like y'all taking the fun out of shit now. So now I got to do all this operational shit. So now I got to find myself in motherfucking Walgreens and shit or whatever the fuck they got out here, CVS. I got to find myself buying bearskin fucking condoms now.
But you do what you do to make it work.
I'm not used to this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not used to it. I'm the old school kind of guy, and that's what I love. I love that old school love where you go home and, like, you don't have to worry about shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I miss, you know? Yeah. That you know you're safe when you walk through that fucking door. You know what I mean? You're good, you know?
Kind of love.
Yeah, man, that shit don't exist no more.
No. It's there. You just have to put the work in, and I think that's the part that's missing.
When I give you shrimp, that shit's peeling the vein. I don't tell you to peel your motherfucking shrimp.
Exactly, with the head on.
It's already done.
Right.
It's set up. Enjoy your life. Eat your fucking shrimp out your crab ball, and you're good.
Right. So, if there was one song that played every time Chef Lawrence walked in the room, what would that be?
You know, it's what's my song? Huh? Yeah, what is it? Yeah, Tamia. So into you. It's Tamia.
Yeah, nice.
That's my song. So into you, Tamia.
Okay.
Because I want to look at a woman and she needs to understand that she's into me and I'm into her. You know, old school.
Okay. Nice. And what is your guilty pleasure?
Fuck. Nails.
Nails?
I love to see a woman nails done.
Okay.
Feet done. It turns me on.
So you like your woman to be well grown?
Yeah. Natural sometimes. You know what I mean? But just cool with that shit. You know?
So what's your favorite feature on a woman?
Lips.
And why is that?
You don't see the motherfucking lips right there? I painted them. And I gave her gold teeth for the gap between it.
How would you like to be remembered?
Cook his ass off. Sexy as fuck. Realest motherfucker you ever met. Fuck him at the drop of a dime. Give you what you need to get through the motherfucking life. That's who I am. I will make it happen for you, no matter who you are. If you're loyal and you real and you believe in God, I'ma deliver. That's who I am. It's simple. I can be taken off the market like this, but it ain't fucking easy to take me off the market. You gotta deliver. You gotta fucking deliver. Because I'ma deliver. You'll never worry about money. You'll never worry about life. You'll never worry about anything else. All you have to worry about is like, how am I gonna fuck him and how am I gonna cook for him? That's it. That's all you gotta worry about. Nothing else. Wow. And I will take care of everything that a woman wants. Even if she don't fucking need it, I'm gonna figure it out. Traveling, relaxing, you know what I mean? Her job, her problems, her issues that she having. You know, her getting old. I'm still gonna love her because beauty fades at the end of the day. And a real man only understands that shit. So I'm gonna love you like the first time I met you. I'm gonna kiss you like the first time I met you. I don't give a fuck how many wrinkles and how many grays you got. I understand that you're beautiful from the first day because you gave me your life. And that's who Chef Lawrence is.
Thank you, Chef Lawrence, for inviting us to the Pink Teacup Villa.
Yeah, you know, thank you for coming.
Yes.
Yeah, it's, you know, you're really dope. I love the way you interview.
Thank you.
And I never gave an interview like this before, so this shit has to be edited right. It has to be done right. Because this shit gonna change the world.
Yes.
Because I ain't never heard a real motherfucker speak like this. And forgive me for cursing, but I gotta be who I am. You know what I mean?
And that's what we love.
And I think that's I think that's very important. And
Yes.
LA woman is a lot fucking different from New York woman and Miami woman. So I'm looking for that thing that motivates me even more. And thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, lovies, that's it for this edition of the Many Wigs Podcast. And remember, if it's popping, I got a wig for that topic. Bye.